Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, President Joe Biden promoting a message of unity to combat global problems.
That the United States is going to do our part. America is back at the table.
How world leaders are reacting to a renewed sense of cooperation. With higher water levels due to record rainfall, there could be new dangers on the lake.
Hit that with your boat, it can do a lot of damage to your boat.
We're working for you on how to stay safe from hidden hazards. Good evening and thanks for joining us for 10 News at 6. I'm Jessica Jewell. We want to get right to your forecast tonight as we have some strong storms in our area. Meteorologist Delaney Worden joins us now. Delaney, some of us are under a severe weather watch this evening.
Absolutely, and those storms have been very strong and very slow moving. The areas that are under that severe thunderstorm watch are shaded in pink. This is going to be through 10 p.m., so we do have another 4 hours left on this particular watch, and it's no wonder why. We look at some of these storms in the northern portions of our area, and again, they're not moving very fast and they are packing a punch. A lot of lightning with this cell that's moving through Lexington, also dealing with some hail. That is why the National Weather Service does have us under a severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Buena Vista, Lexington, along with Amherst and Rockbridge County. This goes until 6:15, which is why the National Weather Service has already issued another severe thunderstorm warning for this particular cell, and that one in particular will go until 7 p.m. Not only that, but as you can see, heavy rainfall that has caused a flash flood warning currently for Highland County, but also Pocahontas County. These will be ending right around 8:30 or so, but we do have another busy evening ahead of us tracking these storms. I'll have more details on the timeline of all of this coming up.
A woman is in custody after a double shooting at a Campbell County home. Authorities say officers responded to a home in Brookneal. 2 people were sent to the hospital. Sherry Wright is charged with 2 counts of malicious wounding and 2 counts of using a firearm. Officials say it seems to be a domestic-related dispute. Also in Campbell County, 1 man was sent to the hospital after a shooting early this morning. Deputies say he was shot while he was parked in his car at the Sheets on Wards Road. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The investigation is ongoing. Police are searching for a man who they say is wanted in connection to a breaking and entering in Grayson County. Authorities say the incident happened this morning at Woody's Pharmacy in Independence. If you have any information, call police. President Joe Biden's first international trip as commander-in-chief resumes with a NATO summit on Monday. Today, he focused on reviving relationships with world leaders on the final day of the G7 summit. John Lawrence has the latest from England.
President Joe Biden with a clear message to the world. The only way to face global threats is to join forces.
I conveyed to each of my G7 counterparts that the United States is going to do our part. America is back at the table.
That sentiment was applauded by other leaders, including French President Emmanuel Macron.
What we need is cooperation, and I think it's great to have the U.S. president part of the club and very willing to cooperate.
During the 3-day summit, the G7 pledged to support a global minimum tax, a transition to clean energy, and to contribute at least 1 billion COVID-19 vaccines to the rest of the world.
A week ago, I asked my fellow leaders to help in preparing and providing the doses we need to vaccinate the whole world by the end of 2022.
The leaders are also calling for a new probe into the origins of COVID-19 after a previous report was considered lacking due to China's refusal to cooperate.
We have to build a system whereby we can know when we see another lack of transparency might produce another another pandemic.
John Lawrence, 10 News, working for you.
On Wednesday, President Biden is scheduled to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Biden hopes there will be a way for the U.S. and Russia to work together. Benjamin Netanyahu has been removed from his position as Israel's prime minister. Naftali Bennett will replace him after winning a confidence vote by just 1 vote. Netanyahu will go down as the country's longest-serving leader, 12 years as president. He came under scrutiny for how he handled the Israel-Gaza conflict earlier this year. Some lakes are dealing with high water levels after record-breaking rainfall in parts of our area. 10 News reporter Alexis Davila is working for you with tips to keep in mind the next time you go boating.
When the temperature feels right, you may want to go for a boat ride or even jet skiing. But watch out for rising water levels before you decide to take a dive. After the recent rainfall, Smith Mountain Lake's current water levels are a little high, though the levels are not concerning right now. Brian Zeman remembers the lake flooding last year on Memorial Day weekend.
The water was over the docks, good ways up here, so yeah, it makes it kind of, unfortunately, can't use the boats during that time frame and creates a lot of debris and stuff in the lake.
This weekend, there's plenty of debris in the lakes, as Conservation Police Sergeant Tim Dooley points out. After seeing tree signs debris in the past, Dooley says it can be extremely hazardous.
If you hit that with your boat, it can do a lot of damage to your boat, maybe even hurt someone, and especially if you're towing either tubers or skiers behind your boat.
Dooley says always pack life safety vests and adjust them to fit correctly. Zeman takes this rule a step further and also straps a life jacket on his dog, Blue. And the #1 tip to keep in mind, always check the weather forecast before heading out. That way you can enjoy water activities here or even here at Tinker Creek when you want to go fishing. Heavy rainfall can cause rivers and creeks to overflow and alter current speeds. And you never know what hidden hazards may lie just beneath the surface. I'm Alexis Davila, 10 News, working for you.
Orlando continues to heal after a deadly tragedy 5 years ago. How the community is working to make sure the victims will never be forgotten. More than a year into the pandemic, Americans are expected to treat their dads this Father's Day. What new research shows about potentially record-breaking spending for the holiday? 5 years ago this weekend, a gunman killed 49 people at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida. Now the community is coming together as it continues to heal. At the time, it was the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Loved ones hope their lives will never be forgotten.
Every year, I come with my friends every year to remember.
I'm here because this is my hometown. I'm queer and non-binary myself. I remember seeing how many people were here those years ago and returning back and seeing so many people within our community is a good reminder that we're all still here.
Senators passed a bill earlier this week designating the site of the former nightclub as a national memorial. President Biden is expected to sign that into law. Let's give you a live look at Lynchburg from our Liberty University Skycam, where you can see the sky is dark as storms are starting to move in. Delaney breaks down the timing coming up in just a few minutes. Father's Day is just over a week away, and Americans are expected to spend more on Dad this year. The National Retail Federation predicts people will spend more than a record high $20 billion this year. A recent survey shows people plan to spend an average of $174 on Father's Day items. That's $26 more than last year. After isolation at the beginning of the pandemic, couples in the U.S. are racing to the altar. Experts say some couples who got married during the pandemic with few or no guests want a redo. They're now competing for services with people who always planned to get married this year. Wedding planners say they've started pushing their bookings into late 2022 and early 2023.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
While storms are not as widespread as what we saw Friday, they are strong at this point, packing a punch as they move throughout the highlands, now making their way towards central, inching closer towards areas like Lynchburg. And they have a lot of lightning associated with them, but also some very heavy rainfall, which, of course, after what we've been dealing with recently, we have very saturated ground, so any flooding is going to be easy to occur. Now, the National Weather Service has issued another severe thunderstorm warning on this cell that just moved through Lexington. It's heading now towards Natural Bridge. This will expire right around, I think that's the incorrect time here, around 7 p.m. There we go. It just updated for us. And you see that pink color there indicating a hail core. So Natural Bridge, if you want to start moving your car in the garage anywhere further towards the south, we are going to watch this very closely, but it is definitely a strong storm. We also have those flash flood warnings in effect for portions of the highlands. In fact, Highland County warning will go until 8:30. You were we're dealing with some very heavy rain, things aren't quite as active for you because there is that heavier rain just off to your west, which is why there is also another flash flood warning for Pocahontas County. This will go a little bit longer until 8:45. A lot of lightning with this as well. We are going to be seeing these storms moving towards the south over the next few hours. It will stay busy for us. We do have a severe thunderstorm marginal risk. This is a level 1 out of 5 for today. A little bit higher back towards Pocahontas and Greenbrier County. That is a level 2 out of 5. Very busy for us. So 7 p.m. there are those strong storms again. Definitely watching that hail core potential for areas in central as this continues to move towards the south. 9 p.m. things are still very active for us. We have some strong storms now moving throughout portions of south side. Right around midnight, things are going to calm down. I do think we could still have some stronger storms, but keep in mind as the sun sets, as it gets darker outside, it's going to lose that instability. We could still have some strong storms, but maybe not quite as impactful. Right around lunchtime for your Monday, a few isolated showers definitely possible, but we are going to see a lot more sunshine, and I know that's going to be a nice change for a lot of us. We're looking outside now to our sky cam over in Blacksburg where things are quiet at the moment. However, we could see those storms moving in here a little bit later this evening. Temperatures ranging anywhere from the 80s to the upper 70s, 78 currently in Hot Springs, and of course you're quite a bit cooler due to the storms moving through your region. 83 at the moment for South Boston. Later on tonight, down to the 60s once again. We're watching that rain move out. Patchy fog moves in for us, and then for tomorrow afternoon, our temperatures will be returning to the 80s and 90s, so a little bit warmer than we were for today, and certainly hot for this time of year, so any storms that do get fired up could be on the strong side. As for your 7-day forecast, things are looking much better in the week ahead. We're going to have a cold front that moves through Monday and Tuesday, and that's going to drop our temperatures back to the 80s. Not only that, but getting rid of that humidity. It's going to be feeling a lot better outside, and then next Sunday, a busy day, Father's Day, and summer officially begins. Jessica?
All right, thank you, Delaney. Tonight on 10 News at 11, when you think of luxury homes, shipping containers may not come to mind. How a man is trying to change that perception entirely.
And coming up in sports, an historic win at the French Open to recap. One final thought ahead of NASCAR's All-Star race tonight. And could UVA keep its season alive against Dallas Baptist in Super Regional play? Find out next in sports. News and notes, the Bucks have tied their series with the Nets 2-2. Kyrie Irving left with a sprained ankle. The Suns will go for the sweep of the Nuggets at 8 p.m. tonight. Islanders took care of the Lightning 2-1 just before we came on air. And linebacker Baker agrees to a $39 million extension with the Miami Dolphins. That is Jerome Baker.
All right, guys. Well, the annual Puerto Rican Day Parade kicked off today in New York City. Most of the festivities were virtual because of the pandemic, but check this out. A small parade did take place. The parade is traditionally the largest celebration of Puerto Rican culture in the U.S. How fun is that?
Nice turnout there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And it's so cool to see things like this happening again because these parades, these festivals are so important to the community.
Yes, for sure.
And virtual just, it's not the same.
It's really not.
It's not. You can't get that same feel.
Right.
Can't get the love through all that.
Yeah. Very cool to see.
Well, we do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning really quickly. This is going to be for the far western portions of Pocahontas County. That along with the flash flood warning in effect for portions of Pocahontas, but also Highland County. Those will expire here close to about 8:30, 8:45, along with our other severe thunderstorm warning for areas like Buena Vista, Amherst, Bedford, Botetourt, and Rockbridge County until 7. It would not surprise me if they allow these warnings to go a little bit longer as we continue to watch this severe threat. So make sure you're staying up to date with the latest forecast.
Yeah, good idea to have that weather app downloaded and keep that handy.
Yes, it will notify you of any watches and warnings.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us for 10 News at 6. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 11.